you guys. I had a brain fart real fast, guys. But yeah. So yeah, basically, I had a good time this week. I had a really good, interesting week this week. To be honest, actually, y'all see my two guests over there, two phenomenal people I have in the building today at DTF Radio and on Fessup wit Peachez today. But before we get into them, like I said, I had an amazing week. I actually went this week. Shout out to Memphis Jukin. I went actually to see their show at Lincoln Center, and it was amazing. So shout out to the street dancers that's doing their thing. Shout out to Memphis. Shout out to G Nerd. Shout out to Lotta Gay. Shout out to Buck. Shout out to Dram. Shout out to Uncle Rico, Dr. Rico. Y'all definitely put it on for Lincoln Center this week. Like, I was so amazed and shocked about how like street dance was actually portrayed and how y'all finally were able to get that message out there. So definitely love that. Thank you so much for all the people that checked on me this weekend. I've been telling y'all I found the new church, y'all. I've been telling y'all I found the new church. Y'all know I ain't go to church in a minute. But shout out to my sister Crystal. She was like, yo, let's go to church. And I had been to church for a minute, but shout outs to the Powerhouse. I love them so much. Like, I've just been here for a month and it's been like amazing. It's been an amazing experience. The welcome has been amazing. And it's crazy because I have a Powerhouse member in the house today. So it's like been amazing. The bishop is amazing. Like it's really dope. And I'm having the time of my life there right now. So like people don't shun church because I was shunning it and thought my tithes was not going to the building fund, but this church, my tithes is going to the building fund, y'all. It's going to the building fund. So shout outs to Powerhouse, man. Dope church, man. Dope church. I'm definitely loving my experience. And yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to my daughter Daisy. She held me down. A lot of y'all don't know I had surgery this week on Friday, but God is good. I'm walking around. I'm moving around. I didn't have no problems, no hurts, no nothing. Shout out to Daisy. Shout out to my son Vito. He made my son's scales. He sent somebody to make sure I was good. So shout out to my daughter Daisy for holding me down and being there with me. I love you, love you, love you lots. So as we go on, I'm about to introduce y'all to my guest. One of my guests, her name is Latoya Johnson. She is the founder and mother of Our Warrior Foundation. I'm not going to get too much into it because I really want her to tell y'all about her story. But she started this organization called Our Warrior Foundation. And she started because her son was diagnosed with brain cancer. And from the brain cancer, I'm going to let her tell the story. But I'm going to just give y'all a little bit of her mission statement. And it was the purpose of this organization is to honor the life of her son, Savion M. Johnson, who has battled with brain cancer. And their mission is to make a positive difference in the life of children and families that carry the same burdens. Savion battled for 1 year, 3 weeks, and 4 days. This organization is called Our Warrior Foundation. The colors of the organization are gray, which represents his battle with brain cancer, red, which represents his blood that flowed through his veins for 12 years, and black, which represents his African heritage. Dope meaning. Through this organization, the goal is to raise over $100,000 from sponsors and contributors to the foundation, providing and supporting committed volunteers who will assist in fundraising. The proceeds raised will assist families by supporting them with nicely packed meals, babysitting fees for siblings, overnight hospital and hotel stays, books, video games, CDs, DVDs, and also a cure for cancer research. Our goal for our Warrior Foundation is to give back what the Cancer Foundation gave to Savion and his family. So that's one of my guests today, and it's crazy because my second guest is actually his twin brother, which he is an artist now, and his name is, help me say that. PC Sa. So we have the mother of Savion, and we have the brother who is now an artist of Savion. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming down to DTF Radio. I appreciate y'all so much for coming in. Welcome. Toya! Hey girl!
What's up?
What's going on? Talk to me, boo. Let me know about this. Like, first of all, let me know before you even tell me about our Warrior Foundation. Let me know as a mom, like, how did this all start?
It all started because Savion was complaining about headaches all the time. So at one point, the headache stopped for like maybe a day or so, and he started saying his back hurt. And this was during Mother's Day weekend of 2010.
How old was he then?
Then he was 11.
Okay.
He was 11.
Okay.
No, I'm lying. He was 10. He turned 11. He was 10. He turned 11 throughout his battle. Took him to Kings County. First, we went to Brookdale Hospital to get a CAT scan. Got the CAT scan, and the doctor said, okay, give him these pills, which is called Topamax, and it would take the headache away. I said, I don't mind giving it to him, but I need to know what's starting the headache. We gave Savion this. We gave him one pill. That one pill knocked my son out completely. I didn't like how he was. So I dumped the pills. 2 weeks later, Savion started complaining of backaches. The backache started. I went to work. I said, when I come home, I'm going to take you to the hospital. He said, okay. The way he was walking, like my son was drinking, his equilibrium was off completely. So I was joking with him. I was like, you better stand up and walk right because I'm not carrying you. You're too heavy. Get to the hospital. I explained everything to the emergency room, what was going on. And I said, we just went to Brookdale and I got the scan with me. And I explained everything to them. Same way I explained to the doctors in Brookdale. So they kept him overnight. They said, in the morning, we're going to do an MRI. No problem. So they did the MRI about maybe 8, 9 o'clock that morning. Me and my husband stayed overnight with him. The doctors came back. They did an emergency MRI. Came back about 2:30 that afternoon. And when they came, we knew something was wrong right away because there was too many of them. So they said, we need y'all to come into the office so we can explain everything to you. I said, well, one of us got to go, one at a time, because my son is not going to allow both of us to go and he be in the room by himself.
That's a fact.
So when we went in the room, they asked me to sit in the chair. I sat in the chair. And when I sat in the chair, I had the doctor on the right, the left, and behind me. So I knew something was wrong. So they put his brain on the laptop, on the monitor. And they said, do you know what this is? I said, yes. It's a picture of a brain. They said, do you see the little white spot at the bottom of the brain? I said, yes. They said, well, that's a mass. There's a mass on your son's cerebellum. I was like, a mass? I said, well, he just got checked 2 weeks ago and it was nothing. So from then, my husband came in. I went to the room with Savion. He seen it, but when I went to the room, my husband already knew something was wrong. So we called our Bishop Hill. We called my sister-in-law. We called everybody came to the hospital because we needed to make a decision.
It takes the village.
They told us right away, y'all need to make a decision what hospital y'all gonna go to because this hospital is not equipped for what your son needs. So, spoke to my sister-in-law. At the time, she's a nurse. And I asked her, what hospital do we go to? They said we had either Cornell or Morgan Stanley. She said, go to Cornell. They called Cornell. We couldn't go there because there was no beds for ICU.
Wow.
So we had to go to Morgan Stanley Children's Hospital.
So within that period of time, he went from being diagnosed to immediately going into ICU?
Because it was already he was in stage 3.
So you as a mom, and while they're telling you this, none of this was seen when he was born or as he was growing. So where did the mass come from? We still, up to this day, no one knows.
They still doing research to this day. Still doing research.
And he was a vibrant young boy regular until
He played football.
Wow.
He did all of that. Played football with his brother. He did challenge shows in school, everything. But when the headache started, it started bothering me because he complained too much. So that's when I said, you know what, I got to go get him checked. When I got him checked, that's what was there. But it grew. When I took him in April 30th to Brookdale, it was nothing. So it was an aggressive tumor. It went from nothing to be a size of a golf ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you PC, I'm calling you Sa. I'm just going to call you Sa. You as the twin, before I even get into your music career, you as a twin, are y'all fraternal or identical?
Fraternal.
Okay, so y'all fraternal. As a twin, like growing up, is it true like you and your twin were on point?
Always.
For real? Like explain that to me, because I hear people say, yo, when you have a twin, it's like somebody could be over here and you feel it. Like,
That's
and
true.
it is?
That's true.
Wow. Talk to me a little bit about your relationship with your brother.
I mean, I miss that man to death, but like that relationship was everything to me. Like we always did everything together. Like we got in fights together. We fight each other all the time. Like we did everything together. That was my right hand man right there.
So how did it feel when you were 10, the same way as him, right? So when you heard what your brother was going through, how did that affect you?
I mean, I was young, so I ain't really like know nothing at the time. I just thought like he was just like sick, like he gonna get better. Like he gonna get better.
Yeah, because I'm asking you, because I mean, in terms of that's your playmate, that's your bro. So y'all went from being in the house every day to chilling, football, to now your brother's laying in the hospital.
Yeah. I mean, it was killing me at the time, but like I said, I was young, so like at least I was going to like see him after school every day. So like I was still
They can see you
him.
on the camera, bro. You know you on the camera, on the phone, bro. Go ahead.
Like I was still like going to see him in the hospital. So it was still like bringing to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then like once I started like seeing like changes on him, like, I was still like messing with my mom, but then like it wasn't because I was young. I didn't really know anything.
Mm-hmm.
But then like once I found out he passed away, then yeah, I was like crying and all that. That was my man right there. I miss him.
So Toya, break down to me exactly. So you couldn't go to Cornell. What was the next step after you couldn't go to the hospital that they told you to go to?
We went to the next best hospital, which was Morgan Stanley Children's Hospital, which is adjacent to Columbia Presbyterian.
Mm-hmm.
That was the next best hospital. When we got there, they immediately gave him the next day his first surgery when they drained the fluids off his brain, because that's why he was getting the headaches. The fluids was building up because the tumor was growing on where our fluids drain at in the back of our head.
Wow.
It's like sticking a rag in the sink and stuff it in there, and it has nowhere to go.
Oh.
So they had to put a shunt in his head to keep the fluids flowing. After they did that, they did they cut the tumor out, and they had to do the biopsy. That came back 2 weeks, and once that came back, they said it did spread, and it spread through his spinal cord and his whole cerebellum. And you know your cerebellum, that's your motor skills. They help you do everything. But at the time, Savion was still good. He never complained about nothing. That's how he got the name Warrior. My son complained about nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then when we was in the hospital from May up until maybe May 24th, we went home. But then his motors wasn't good. Like he's holding food in his mouth. He was doing stuff that he normally don't do. Mm-hmm. When we brought him back to the hospital, that's when they found out the brain was swelling. So when we went back to the hospital, they had to intubate him. The brain was swelling down. But they didn't want him fussing and fighting and pulling at the tube, so they intubated him. Then once they intubated him, he started having problems again with his breathing. So then they intubated him again for a whole month.
Wow. So you as a mom, because a lot of moms go through this, not even a lot of people go through this. What was your faith like right now? Because a lot of people, I know I've personally been there where I haven't dealt with something like what you did, just a little bit. Like I'd be ready to curse God out. So where was your faith in all this? Like, how did you keep sustaining and keep having that faith of a mustard seed? Because as a parent, you had to be a wife, a mom, and then you still had your other kids that you still had to be strong for. So, tell me your faith process through all this.
First and foremost, my right hand is my husband. Without him, I don't know how I would have made it through any of this.
Shout out to Buki. I met Buki this morning on the phone. Buki said, why do they call me to let me know you was there.
That's booby.
Shout outs to Booby.
Booby.
Booby. Yeah, a Booby.
But I mean, I had my times. I mean, I stayed in church. I stayed in church. I stayed in the hospital from Monday to Friday. Came home, stayed with the boys. My husband, he was at the hospital from Friday to Sunday. I didn't come back to the hospital till after church on Sunday. So I had to get the boys together, get them right, make sure the school was, get stuff ready for school. Then I go back. But I had numerous arguments with God, fights, talking to him like, why are you doing this to me? What happened? What did I do? But then I started talking to Bishop, and I talked to Bishop a lot. He's like, keep your faith in God, keep your faith in God. And that's what I did. I kept my faith in God. And one thing I know this after, I prayed every day for that 1 week, that 1 year, 3 weeks and 4 days. And I just kept telling God, get rid of it, take it away. I never said how to take it away, how long to keep him here. I just said, get rid of it.
You just said, take it away.
Take it away. And he took it away. He took it away. It hurted, but then I always said, he gave me two for a reason. He needed Savion more and left Sami and Kiwan here with me. Savion, growing up, Savion was that kid. Took up for his friends, fought for his friends, took up for his brother. Like, they was in the same class. I don't know why they put both of them in the same class. And they was in the same class. Sami used to finish his work before him. He on one side, the teacher told me, answer this also. And like, stop giving your brother the answers. He's like, okay. So the teacher turned her head, he's trying to give his brother the answers again. But they relationship was real dynamic. Like he said, they fist, they fight back and forth. They did all that. And then turn around, they play the game. They trying to tell me, my husband, not telling each other, somebody did something, no, we're not gonna tell. They tell anyway. They don't tell each other, but throughout that whole year, that 3 weeks or 4 days, it was rough. I had a huge support team. Very big support team. My in-laws, my mom, my dad even came up here and stayed in the hospital with my son for like 3 weeks so I could do more stuff at home. My father lived all the way in Daphne, Alabama. He came up here and helped take care of my son.
Wow. So what made you want to start the foundation? What made you say, you know what? This happened to me for a reason and I need to do something. I
don't know. I just said I wanted to do because the stuff that was given to us was mind-blowing. It was like, wow. It was good to the point that it was just my husband working. I was out of work for 15 months. And it was like both of us are still working because stuff was still coming. Somebody paid light bill. Somebody paid our storage fee. Somebody paid the rent. I mean, it was just still coming. Like, it's as if I was still working. It was coming so, like, back to back. Like, we didn't have to worry about nothing. I mean, nothing. My church that I'm still with, I've been with this church since 2003. The Powerhouse Church, it was a powerful phrase. They had my back all the way. Bishop was always there. Times my son was having major surgeries, Bishop put the church on the fast until surgery was done. Like, every time my son had to go through chemo, he was on the fast. Every 28 days, my son had to have chemo on fast. I had people on fasts that they didn't know what fasting was. They got calling me, Toya, can we eat yet? I said, no, we can't eat till like 5 o'clock. He was like, okay. They was doing it. My face it was very strong because I never fasted a day in my life until I started with this church. I didn't know what fasting was. I did it. I did it because I was fasting for my son to get better. He got better. He went to physical therapy. He's in a rehab and everything. He's in a rehab from September to December of 2010. Came home 2 days before Christmas. So when he came home, I was like, oh, this is good. So I'm about to sign up for Accessoride. So we about to get on the Accessoride to go to church, to go here. I was ready. To get him. We got a wheelchair fit just for him. Perfect wheelchair. Link back, did everything.
Walk me through, even though I know this is a painful process for you, walk me through the night or the day Savion was taken from you.
It started the night when our nurses was at the house. She came and woke me up. She was like, Mommy. I was like, yes, what happened? Savion? She was like, yeah, but he just moved his bowels 8 times within an hour. I said, oh, here we go. So I went and got my bag. I said, this is normal, you know. Kids that get chemo, their white blood cells drop, and the doctors always said if they have a lot of diarrhea, get them to the hospital immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So I packed my little bag, told my husband, stay with the boys, I'll call you when we get to the hospital. They came and got us. But while we was in the EMT, I'm watching the EMT worker, and he had the post-ops. It was on Savion's finger. And I heard the beat. Ooh. I was like, this thing that went dead. So I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me. So he took the post-ops off Savion's finger and put it on his finger. It said, whoop, whoop. Like it just started going again. I said, this thing that keep dying like that, y'all gotta recharge it, gotta get a better battery. But when he went to the window where the driver was at, he said, he just respirated. I said, I didn't hear you. Can you speak a little louder? But when he turned around and looked at me, he was just as red as my sweater. So he said, Mommy. I said, get it out. What you not tell me? He was like, your son stopped breathing. But I immediately said, my son is a DNR. Do not resuscitate. Because we didn't want that.
Mm.
He said, but do you have the paperwork? I said, no, I didn't think I had to bring that because
I'm just thinking this is a normal visit.
Exactly. So he said, by law, I have to do CPR. I was like, okay. So, but you could tell he did the CPR as if I'm just gonna lightly do it because she said she don't want me to do it. So he just, you know, when his heart stopped beating, we was passing the Apollo Theater. So we was like 5 minutes out to get to the hospital. When we pulled in, everybody ran outside, grabbed my son, and I guess it's the charge nurse that's in the emergency room. He said, Mommy, wait right here, and we're gonna come get you. So he had to go on his computer and see that my son is a DNR. So he told him, stop. Don't do nothing else. Clean him up and get him ready to go into the other room so we could see him.
So you, Sai, what was your going through your head when your mom came home to give you the news?
My dad gave me the news I was actually sleeping, me and my older brother. And I just woke up, I see my dad just sitting on my brother's bed, tearing. So I knew something was up, but I didn't know he passed away. But then once he said, "Yeah, brother's room," I just started busting out crying.
So how has that affected you? How old are you now?
23.
How has that affected you growing up? It feels like you're missing someone all the time. I can only imagine.
And it didn't really affect me. I had to keep myself occupied. So once I got around more of my friends, they kept me more comfortable because they knew my brother passed away. But once I got to high school, I had to play some type of sport to keep my mind not on it, but keep my mind going so I won't be depressed for a few years or keep going because a lot of people thought I was gonna kill myself. I had a better, smarter thinking than that.
Okay, so is this how the music career started?
No, not really.
Okay, so talk to me a little bit about how your music. What made you say, "All right, I'm gonna do music now"?
Actually, I left college. I didn't want to be in college, so I told my mom when I get home, I'm gonna have something going for myself. So at the time, I wasn't working, so I was just going on YouTube, scrolling on beats. Actually, shout out to my cousin Jay Ben. He actually inspired me to rap.
Shout out, Cuzzo.
He actually inspired to rap. So, I was going on YouTube looking at beats. I'm let me try this rap thing. They could do it, I could try it. So then I tried it. It was alright, it was cool. Then I had to switch my whole flow because everybody wanna
rap the same.
So I got on a harmonizing thing. And I could do a little singing too. So That's how it
Okay.
started.
Your mom told me like one of your inspirations is A Boogie.
Yeah.
So what about A Boogie makes you feel like, you know what?
I can't believe I'm about to say this. I mean, A Boogie was heartbroken, so I got heartbroken for the first time. That made me think like, you know what? I'm about to be on my A Boogie time.
Well, at least you real and you could say shout outs to you for acknowledging that you was heartbroken. Because a lot of people don't acknowledge their feelings. That's why they be out here going crazy.
I was heartbroken, so that made me like kind of like start like trying to be like him.
Okay.
I look inspiration to him. But he's not the only one though.
Who are some of your other inspirations?
First, before A Boogie, it was Meek Mills.
Okay.
Now it's A Boogie, and then now it's Lil Baby. That's
Okay.
only 3 right now.
You look like Lil Baby though. You do. You do look like Lil Baby though. You look like you could be his son. I'm telling you, you need to do something and tag him in it. It might get you some exposure, man.
I hope so. I'll be tagging everybody, but I gotta put myself out there more. That's what I gotta do.
So are you trying to get into the music business? Are you trying to become an artist? Like, what are your goals for your music?
Like, I am trying to get into the business, but I want to get into the business on my own. I don't want to like go under no contract. I want to
You want to be an independent artist?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but right now, I'm trying to get like my videos and all that going. I got a lot of songs out. Just know.
Trust me, I know. I was just explaining to my son is an artist too. Shout out to my son Scales.
Yeah.
He's an artist, and like I told her, I told my son, listen, if you want to do this for real, go to school for it.
Yeah.
So that way, when you in the building, and I feel like that's what hinders a lot of y'all as artists, because y'all go into situations not knowing none of the lingo, none of the situation going on. So people just telling y'all stuff and y'all thinking it's lit and y'all go for it. You feel me? So I told my son, go to school. So whatever lingo they talking, you know. Whatever they trying to get you to sign, you can read over and know what's wrong and what's right. You feel me? You can make your own music that alleviates. Because I realize, especially in the music industry, a lot of the people that get the money are the producers and the engineers and the managers. The artist really gets what you about to say? Because I know you about to say something. Go ahead.
I was going to say the managers don't necessarily get a lot of the money. It's more the engineers and the producers. I give you that. And again, knowing the business, the lingo. I'm just agreeing with everything you're saying because the language changes up every 2 years, every 3 years. So going and thinking that you're not going to go in like a contract and things like that, business contracts is what saves you. So always understand the contracts. If they're not talking contracts, then it's a problem. So you know what I mean. Understand that. Read it twice, and read it again. You know what I mean. Always have options to get out. Because you can always be like, you know, if something's not going right in 6 months, 5 months, give yourself a time. Be patient, and then move accordingly. Because you gotta do what's best for you at the end of the day.
Right. So when did you write your first song? Like.
You want point, Peach. You want point. I don't gotta say nothing.
what was your first song?
It's called Up Next. I wrote that in like 2018.
Okay.
I was on a deep voice. That was my first song, so it was okay for first song. But
Let's drop something from Sai. Let's see what he working with, man. Let's see what Sai working with. Drop one of his songs. What's this called?
It's called Gutter.
Gutter? Y'all pay attention. This is Gutter. Make sure y'all check this out.
Go tune in.
Who was starting from getting this money? I see nobody that's up on my level. You don't run up and get popped like a dummy. I'm gonna tell you everything on this side. I don't really care if they don't love me. I'm gonna tell you everything will get better. Got some really bad, now it gets sunny. I ain't never going back in the gutter. Look at me in on me, she on my D. I make that pussy get water, packing you onto the team. You just a tree, they do the rest, cause I'm on top, you on the knee. Wanna get neck, crash, right on my sleeve. Niggas be mad, they can't get up with me. Don't get it bad, they stop being silly. I would just roll it, just sip with some Henny. Who gon' stop me from getting this money? I see nobody else up on my heart. Nigga don't know me, get popped like a dummy. I'ma tell you everything gon' get started. I don't really care if they don't love me. I'ma tell you everything gon' get better. That's a rainy day, now it gets sunny. I ain't never going back in the gutter. Who gon' stop me from getting this money? I see nobody else up on my heart. Nigga don't know me, get popped like a dummy. I'ma tell you everything gon' get started. I don't really care if they don't love me. I'ma tell you everything gon' get better. That's a rainy day, now it gets sunny. I ain't never going back in the gutter.
Let's go, guys. He ain't never going back. You heard? He's never going back to the gutter. What made you write that? Like, tell me a little bit about that. Like your inspiration for that, because that was dope. I fucked with that.
I started thinking about like once I got my shout out to my mother, she bought the whole setup for me. So my crib.
Yeah, she told me. She was like, I got them everything. I said, that's what's up.
My father actually kind of gave me. He always helped me. Like I always be in the living room stuck. Like, help me with this. I'll play a beat. He's like, yo, just talk about like we ain't going back. Like we ain't trying to do all that. You want to
Okay, triple OG. Triple OG giving you the tools.
Shout out to my pops.
So that's what made you feel like I ain't never going back. But what were you never going back to though?
I'm back to the old ways. I gotta stay focused to the new thing that's coming.
That's what's up. Drop another one from Sa. Let's hear something else from Sa. What's this, Sa? Okay.
Yeah, I know they ain't on me. It don't matter, I'm making this paper. I don't worry about how I'm gonna live. I've been taking shit up like a banker. We can see that I'm trying to run it. I be taking shit up like the Lakers. I'm gonna look at different energy. You can see them all up on my paper.
I gotta get you and my son to do something. Sound fire, bro.
Yeah, I know they ain't on me. It don't matter, I'm making this paper. I don't worry about how I'm gonna live it up. I be taking shit up like a banker. When they see that I'm really gon' run it, man. I be taking shit up like the Lakers. I'm gonna look at different energy. You can see them all up on my paper. Yeah, I know they ain't on me. It don't matter, I'm making this paper. I don't worry about how I'm gonna live it up. I be taking shit up like a banker. When they see that I'm really gon' run it, man. I be taking shit up like the Lakers. I'm gonna look at different energy. You can see them all up on my paper. Yeah, I know they ain't on me. I'm a nigga that get it on college. I'm an actor. I don't even know when I started. But I'm good. Nigga got me. So they got but they don't know me. I don't mean it. Nigga chat. And I thought this fucking party. And I know it. I had to see it for myself. I know niggas ain't on the way. And I know they ain't bring it down. When I was done, I had done it. Nigga, I don't know about it. Everybody tell me this. I don't know. Stress me. And I'm God. He gon' bless me. I know the people gon' be talking. I don't need no this again. Like test me. And I can look millions. I don't stay up. Watch out like I'm happy. Yeah, I know they ain't happy. And now we keep going. I don't really care for me. Yeah, I know they ain't love me. It don't matter. I'm making this paper. I don't worry about it. I'ma live it up. I be cooking shit up like a banker. When they see that I'm good, they gon' run to me. I be cooking shit up like the Lakers. I'm a different time and different energy. You can see them all on my paper. Yeah, I know they ain't love me. It don't matter. I'm making this paper. I don't worry about how I'ma live it up. I be cooking shit up like a banker. When they see that I'm good, they gon' run to me. I be cooking shit up like the Lakers. I'm a different time and different energy. You can see them all up on my paper. Yeah, it's savage. When you come to the streets, you cannot be like it. You don't want to beef. Niggas be thinking they dancing. But they ain't see. Bitches be thinking they dancing now. What's it none of me? Now they calling me for a bag. You ain't love me for me. All they want is the money. Only thinking I'm a dummy. Y'all know what I be doing. This ain't nothing funny. I be really every loaded. The people never really know me. And this shit get ugly. I don't really think you understand me. Okay, like I'm done. Everything that I don't need, I'm loving. Turn nothing into something. I'm standing on that. And I'm getting more forward. I ain't never take a step. So I know they ain't love me. It don't matter. I'm making this paper. I don't worry about how I'm living. I be cooking shit up like a banker. When they say that I'm good, they gon' run at me. I be cooking shit up like the Lakers. I'm not different time and different energy. You can see them on my paper.
Okay. You got some hits, bro. What are you waiting for? Like, what are you waiting for?
I'm just waiting for the right time. Like you said earlier, you gotta be patient. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just waiting patient.
I get it, but come on, bro. You gonna be patient and you letting all this good music just sit down.
This I got another song to play too.
Which one? Which one you want him to drop?
It's kind of like my friend, my best friend. Shout out to him. I can't really say nothing too much, but that's my name of the song.
What's the name of the song?
Last Time.
Last Time. Pull up that Last Time. But before you pull that up, so Toya, one's gone. You have your other twin here, and he's doing it like as a mom. Like, what advice would you give to mothers that don't even see this kind of things even happening? Like, because I mean, I'm pretty sure you were on the doctor's appointments. You went to every visit, everything, and it's like for this to come out of nowhere. Like, so, like, what is your advice to mothers that have kids that are going through it now or have lost the child from it?
I say to mothers, when your child tell you, my head hurt, my stomach hurt, don't just say, oh, go lay down, go to the bathroom. If they say it too many times, something's wrong. Because I have a best friend who lost her son, and that's how we met, to appendicitis. He was complaining about his stomach ache, not knowing his appendix bust.
Wow.
And he was only 4.
Ooh.
Shout out to my best friend. Like, that's how we met. That's how we met, because she lost her son. And 10 years later down the line, I lose mine.
Wow.
But parents, y'all can't ignore when y'all kid tell y'all something hurts. Don't give them no Advil, no Tylenol. You got to take them to the doctor immediately, because it could be something serious.
So, what are the signs to look for? Are there like any signs that a parent could look for, or like what are the signs?
And just stomach ache. And kids always say they stomach hurt because probably they eat too much, or they not eating at all. And then at one point, Samin was getting nervous. He didn't want to tell me he had a headache because he thought he had a tumor.
Wow.
But I tell him and I ask him, when the last time you ate? Oh, I ain't eating for like a minute. So you gotta eat.
Yeah, eat is definitely here, bro. Put it in real fast. Yeah, definitely gotta eat. Cause my son go through that now, and I tell him like they'll smoke weed all day and not care about eating, and they'll wonder why they damn head hurt. You been smoking all day, put something in your stomach. So
they just gotta pay attention when they child say, all right, one time, you could probably give them Tylenol and that can go rest. But if they say it again and again, something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. Go get checked out. And I always tell them, the doctors are quick to give you a CAT scan. See, we had the CAT scan first and they didn't see nothing. When you get that MRI, you can actually see the image of what's going on in that brain. So.
Wow. So moving forward, what's next for our Warrior Foundation?
Last year, I was doing things in the month of May, because month of May is Brain Cancer Awareness Month. I did 2 Saturdays. This year, I'm doing 3 Saturdays. We got, get y'all pens out, write this down.
Yes, get your pens out, guys.
May 6th.
May 6th.
Is going to be the walk at Shirley Chisholm Park.
Okay.
The second event is going to be May 13th. That's going to be the walk across the Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay.
And
get your exercise on, y'all.
And the third event it's like a mini carnival. It's not no rides, little games and stuff, face painting and stuff like that at the school that I work at. I work at PS 146. That's on 610 Henry Street.
Shout outs to PS 146.
That's the Brooklyn New School.
Yes, shout outs to Brooklyn New School.
We will be doing a carnival there. It's going to be like a band share with also mixed with my carnival. I work with a teacher at my school.
Oh, they going to be there with the band?
Yes, they going to be
Oh, shoot. Now, are you performing, Stop?
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know? Come on. What other better place to perform at your brother's event, man.
I mean, if my most money too, then yeah, I do.
Gotta open up. You gotta get out there, man. You too talented to still keep this talent bundled up inside, man. You letting all the whack people get ahead of you, bro.
And I didn't hear that many curses in your music.
Exactly. Which is crazy for his age because and you know and you have something to talk about. Like, you feel me? I hate the music. You can't get me to put no music on from y'all little niggas these days. I can't do it. Like, I can't, from the everybody sounding the same and people talking about shit they never did.
Exactly.
And y'all just living other people's lives that y'all never did is really grinding my gears. So the fact that, like, you have something to talk about, you have something that you can actually, like, you know, and rap about. Like, you give me so many vibes. Like, because when I first heard the second song, you gave me P&B Rock a little bit. You gave me P&B Rock, and I'm like, okay, I like this group because P&B Rock is one of my favorite artists. Yes, R.P. to P&B Rock. Like, I love when I can understand what a rapper is saying. All the guys your age is like,
All sound the same.
they all sound the same. On top of them all sounding the same, it's like they don't rap about anything. They don't rap about nothing. Like, so, like, what made you want to be different?
I don't know. I don't really see too many guys that try to do harmonizing or like try to like sing. I guess they be afraid to show their talent. I mean, I've been trying to sing since I was like a month or no, but I had music class every day. My basketball coach used to have us try to like do these lessons classes, singing classes. So I used to try to like bust out my harmonizing. Dudes look at me like, oh, you know you sing? I'm like, yeah, bro. But
Yeah, bro.
This new to me.
I then wanted to like try to sing. You know, I didn't want to. Once I started seeing everybody doing drill,
You want to be
in
a different lane, yeah.
So are you going all the way R&B with it? But
You might as well, right? Yeah.
you know what I mean, we talking about like Teddy Pendergrass, Luther Vandross.
Oh nah.
I love do that though.
You know what I mean?
Or you trying
It's
to,
missing.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
you want the Chris Brown flow a little bit. Okay. Because I mean, everybody's singing now. Everybody's trying to get their vocals out there. Everybody's trying to like, so like, are you a freestyler? Because a lot of people say, oh, a lot of people rap, but they don't freestyle.
Nah, I don't freestyle.
Why is it that you don't freestyle? Is there something that you don't want to do, or?
Yeah, I'm not really like right now. I mean, like, cause I got my own like little setup. I freestyle like that, but like, most of the time I be like writing in my phone, in my notes, cause like I feel like when you write, you know what you feel, you know, like you actually saying. Some people say they freestyle and then they just put the next word just to rhyme with it.
Right, it don't actually make sense.
Yeah, bro, can I tell you a secret, bro? Freestyling is like you write all your rhymes, memorize them. And then if you spit them without the rhymes there, nobody knows. That's the secret.
That's what I be doing.
You ever notice Jay-Z, every radio freestyle has became a song after that.
Wow.
Wow, look at the history. Everyone he ever did on Hot 97, Tim Westwood has become a song. Dear Summer was a freestyle before it was a song. So, you know what I mean?
Tools you need, jewels and gems you will need in the game. So, yes. So, with that being said, do you have any videos out?
Old videos, but it's a feature, and then I think it's 2 videos with 2 features, and one by myself, my first video.
And how long ago was that?
Like 2 years ago, maybe 3. It'd be hard for me to get like an actual cameraman.
Yeah, they be, trust me, I know they want the bag right now to shoot a vid. We be spending $600-700 just to do one vid for my son, and that's not even editing.
That's what I'm saying.
And mastering and all that other stuff. So I trust me, I know what it takes.
That's why I be like more focused on making songs, and then like once I get the camera, then I could like start doing all the videos.
So you want to shoot your own vids as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna learn the editing and everything for that. You'll be your own boss, as you should. So like, are you going to this year? Someone said, you know what? Are you gonna put your music out on platforms, on all major platforms?
Oh yeah, I got some out on all major platforms.
Okay, what songs did you drop?
The song I just played.
That's
on all platforms. I just dropped that like 2 months ago.
Okay.
I got a mixtape, like 2 mixtapes up there. I got one more with my boy Sailor, shout out to him. It's like 4 songs. But I got like about 30-something songs out now on all platforms.
Okay. So, because I would say this, and I used to say this to my son all the time, like, a lot of artists have songs out there, but that's as far as it will go. Like, it will go only on, so like, how are you trying to up it? Because if you already got that many songs out, right? And your visuals, like, you gotta match it with your visuals. So like, what's the timing for this year? Like, what we on?
TikTok is a new wave, so I gotta be consistent on TikTok. Just keep dropping. Once I start like seeing like my fan base going up, then I'm gonna start going crazy. But right now, I'm still going consistent, but it's hard for me because I'm working at the same time. I gotta work and do music.
That ain't no excuse.
But like you said, that ain't no excuse. So.
That ain't no excuse, because we gotta work and take care of y'all, and we still do it. So
right.
That ain't no excuse. So you gotta get. I even tell my son that, and I'm gonna give you a piece of advice, because I tell my son this all the time. One, and this helped my son following majorly. Take a little budget, whether it's the amount of money you spend on weed. You could take a little budget, hit up these pages that say we'll promote for you.
Oh, yeah,
or promote. That's how my son really got his following. Like, he went from no cap, like 1,000 followers. Now he had 10K on Instagram. You feel me? His videos, like some of his videos at 100K, some at 200K, and that's because we stayed consistent. And you gotta do that. When you drop a video, especially as independent artists, you have to put it on these platforms for other people to see it. Hashtags, major. A lot of people do not hashtag. Hashtag gets you a lot of places, because that opens the door to anybody that types in that hashtag, you're gonna come up. So they don't even have to know your name. If they just type in new artists, as you can see how I did your flyer, I tagged mad hashtags for you, because those open up the lanes for people to be like, oh, who's this person? Who's this person? From new artists to new music. Anything that's gonna draw the attention to you, you have to do. Even you, Toya, when you doing these things, hey Denise, when you doing these things, shout out to Denise. I'm definitely have her up here. She has an organization too that I heard that Toya put me on to. So we're definitely gonna get Miss McIntosh.
I'm actually wearing her sweater.
Oh, okay. That's one of her sweaters. And what does APDC stand for?
A pretty dope conversation.
I know that's right. Okay, so we're gonna get a pretty dope conversation in the building. That's unique. But definitely, even you, Toya, hashtags, like even with you, I had a lady hit me up and I told her just watch the show. Because when I hashtag brain cancer awareness and all of those type of things, it actually helps.
Right.
Because like I said, people that are just going and looking for things, you never know. People find things these days through hashtags. Right. They don't search up the name, they put the hashtag, and that's how they find the name. So whatever you're doing, make sure you hashtag brain cancer awareness, support. Anything you can hashtag that has a major hashtag following will get you exposure. definitely to get you exposure. You need that. You definitely need that. You need y'all, both of y'all need the exposure for what you're doing and what, as well as you trying to do as well. So y'all definitely need that definitely would be the exposure. Y'all see the people. I know it's crazy because you see the people popping up and you like, oh shoot, you know I'm here. That's right, girl. Go ahead, Denise. So yes, a pretty dope conversation. I love that. We definitely gonna have Ms. McIntosh in the building. Like I said, shout out to the Powerhouse. Like I just got there and I'm already loving the experience. I don't see you in church. What's going on? I saw you one time since I've been there. What's up?
I'll be tired.
Nah, bro. Listen, you can't tell me that because your boss, my sister, comes from the club.
That's because of this lady. She went, come to church with me.
That's right.
Back to the come.
And she did. She been there since October.
Yes, and you come on, you gotta pull up.
See, I mean, I got an excuse at first. I was watching football. Football was going on.
Nah, you can't be watching it and not playing.
Like,
bro.
That is true.
I couldn't miss that.
I got you.
I couldn't miss that.
I understand.
You should have DVR'd that.
Nah, I couldn't miss the Giants.
They don't play every Sunday.
Not no more, yeah.
So, Toya, real quick before I get into his song real quick, I'm gonna go down the timeline because I see like on your paper, like you have a timeline of everything.
When I wrote that, it was fresh.
So I'm gonna go down the timeline with y'all just a little bit, guys. So we have the courageous journey of Savion. How do you pronounce his middle name? Mikhail. Okay, that's dope. Johnson's life. So Savion journey began on February 22nd, 1999 at Brooklyn Hospital in Brooklyn, New York with his twin brother. Savion was born at 31 weeks and was hospitalized for 32 days. 2002, Savion attended Nat Azaro Daycare Center. 2003, PSIS 298, Dr. Betty Shabazz School, Savion played. That's crazy because my son played for this team. My two brothers are actually, shout outs to Tuggs and Chase. They are actually coaches on this team. Tuggs and Chase.
I know Tuggs.
Yeah, Tuggs plays football himself. And Chase he has a son called Chasito. So, and Savion played for the Brooklyn Saints. So shout out to the Brooklyn Saints. My son used to play for you guys as well. He mime danced at Powerful Praise Tabernacle under Pastor Darrell L. Hill. Savion started complaining of headaches and stomach aches on April 23rd, 2010. He was taken to Kings County Hospital emergency room on several occasions for 3 weeks. May 11th, 2010, he was given an MRI at Kings County Hospital and was diagnosed with a brain tumor called medulloblastoma. Medulloblastoma. I'm saying exactly how it looked. Then we have May 11th, Savion was transferred. That same day, he was transferred to Morgan Stanley Children's Hospital where he stayed for 3 weeks, as she told us. May 12th was his first surgery, and it was to remove the fluid off his brain. May 13th, Dad, Toya, you strong for real, because this is really back-to-back stuff as I'm reading it. Like, May 13th, his second surgery. So it was no time for him to even heal. Second surgery the day after was removing the tumor. A biopsy was taken and the result was the malignant tumor in stage 3. May 17th, his third surgery, a shunt was implanted, which the fluid keeps flowing down to his stomach. May 24th, he was released to go home. May 27th, his fourth surgery. Oh my God. They implanted a port to administer his chemotherapy treatments. June 7th, he started chemotherapy and radiation treatments. His chemo treatment sessions was for 6 weeks and ended on July 20th. And he had 31 radiation treatments, my God, which ended in July 24th or July 21st. Savion's body got a break for 6 weeks, and then his second session of chemo started on September 6th for 3 days. Every 28 days, this lasted for 24 weeks, guys. June 10th, he was readmitted to the hospital. He was experiencing swelling on his brain caused by the cancer, started to coat around his cerebellum and spinal cord, and he was intubated for 1 week. June 27th, he started having difficulty breathing and was incubated once more for a month. The doctors tried to remove the tube on 3 occasions. Unsuccessfully, he remained on the ventilator for a month. August 2nd, Savion had his fifth and sixth surgery. This poor young man. A trachea was placed in his throat to help him breathe at a G-tube. And a G-tube was placed in his stomach for his feedings. At this point, he had already lost 25 pounds. September 1st, he was transferred to another children's hospital in Westchester, New York, and Savion started his physical therapy and exercises to help him with his motor skills because he was no longer walking. December 3rd, 2010, Savion went home after spending 7 months in the hospital. Within the times in the hospital, Savion received 10 blood transfusions and 16 platelet transfusions, which helped the blood clot up. His chemo treatments were completed on February 8th, 2011. In March, he started physical and occupational therapy as an outpatient. April 6, 2011, Savion was taken back to the emergency room due to the tumor returning on top of his brain. April 14th, another dose of chemo treatment started. He stayed in the hospital for 3 weeks. He was sent home on April 21st. April 23rd, he started to have seizures, and he was taken back to the hospital's ER. On this day, Savion stopped talking and was given steroids to stop the swelling on the brain. May 20th, Savion was sent home with 24-hour nursing care. June 5th, 2011, at 6:30 a.m., Savion started breathing very heavy and fast, called 911 because he was not responding or reacting to his mother's voice. Members of EMS, NYPD, and FDNY responded immediately. 7:52 a.m. the same day of June 5th, while they were still on their way to the hospital, Savion stopped breathing, and this is how Savion's battle with brain cancer was ended, guys. So, as you can see, there's a detailed account. And this is hard just reading it as a reader. So I can only imagine, Toya, as a mom, seeing your child go through 6 to 7 surgeries on top of chemo, on top of blood transfusion, on top of platelet transfusion. Like, I'm still lost for words at your strength. And God is definitely good, because your strength right now is sitting here looking at you. From reading everything that you went through and your child endured, it's amazing. It's really amazing how you still have the strength to talk about it. It's amazing how you still have the strength to keep going on, because some of these things can break a person down. Like, and I lost my mom and I'm still going through it. This is your child. You know what I'm saying? And I hear a lot of people say, I don't want to bury my child. I want my child to bury me. Right. So for you to have to bury your child at such a young age, knowing how much more life he had to live, I can only say hats off to you, Toya. Like, for real, hats off to you for what you're trying to do, for your motivation, for what you even trying to put together, as far as the foundation goes, as far as everything that you're trying to do with the foundation. So, like, have you encountered, like, other organizations trying to help you with your situation?
No.
Wow. Support is key, guys, and I say this all the time, and I hate saying it, but it's sad that in our Black community, there is really no support. We will get up and go support the white man. We will get up and give all our money to somebody we don't even know. And the people that we know, we don't support. Right. So please, 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 guys, I'm urging y'all this year, as she gave y'all the rundown, She gave y'all the rundown of everything that is going on. Please, guys, if you can come out and make it, come out. It don't even have to be for you. It could just be that you're standing in the need for somebody that has children. And you just trying to pray and protect the children. So May 13th, guys, please don't forget May 13th is the Walk, Honor, and Savion. You have to arrive by 9 o'clock a.m. And they're starting the walk at 9:30. Donations are $20 per person. That ain't even an eighth, y'all. You heard? That ain't even an eighth. Y'all out here $30, $50 for your weed, $30, $50 for your bottle of Casamigos. You feel me? Pay the $20 and support Toya, support our Warrior Foundation. Pay y'all $20. Walk across the bridge, support the cause, because you never know when God can turn things around, and there might be you in her shoes with a whole nother diagnosis for your child. So remember, $20 donation, and that's May 13th. They're doing that. And then the 20th, as she told y'all, she will be having a carnival fundraiser. So bring the kids outside. Bring the kids outside. It will be 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Not a long day, guys. So don't think you coming at 5 o'clock. You could come out early, leave early, and still have the rest of the day to do what you need to do. May 20th, 2023, guys, face painting, beanbag tours, three-legged race, sack racing, and plenty more fun. As she said, Brooklyn New School, shout out to Brooklyn New School. It will be 610 Henry Street at the Big Yard. Entrance on Raffly. This is another, I thought that was Raphael Street. That's a new street. I've never heard of this street before. You feel me? So that's what we're doing. Mike, I need you. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. Make sure y'all come. Make sure y'all support it, man. Because like I said, we're definitely trying to support our Black brothers and sisters. We're definitely trying to make sure that we're outside, man. And we got to make sure that, because if we don't help each other, who the hell gonna help us, yo? If we really don't help each other, who's gonna help us? If you are looking to send donations to our Warrior Foundations or get in touch with the mother and founder and co-founder of our Warriors, you can send any contributions or donations to our Warrior Foundation in care of LaToya Johnson, founder, 1521 Eastern Parkway, Suite 4D, Brooklyn, New York, 11233. That's LaToya Johnson, founder, care of LaToya Johnson, Our Warrior Foundation, 1521 Eastern Parkway, Suite 4D, Brooklyn, New York, 11233. You can send any donations, anything you have. She has a website. The website is coming. Go to Instagram, All Warriors. Make sure y'all tap into that, guys. Please make sure y'all tap into that. Like, especially if you have children. Like I tell people, you never know when your child can be in a situation and you will need the same support and you will need the same help to get your child through and to get you through. So, like I said, if we don't help ourselves, who is going to help us? I'm waiting for my manager to come back in so we could drop that. But as you were telling me, Sa, so, because I haven't heard too much about your older son. So, how old is your older son, and how did he take all of this?
My oldest son is 25 years old.
Okay.
His name is Keywan.
Keywan, shout out to Keywan.
He's just a quiet kid. He took it, and that's it. Keywan is very to himself.
Mike. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, he was the same as Sonny.
I want you to drop his song. That's why. So yeah. So he's just been striving.
Cause we didn't. Let me say, like every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, they was at the hospital. Wow. So they didn't miss a beat. We didn't hide nothing from them. So the doctors told us, we told them. So they understood as much as we could explain to them, but they was on it. We didn't hide nothing from them. Nothing. They was at the hospital. Got out of school, straight to the hospital.
How's your relationship with your big brother, Sa?
It's good. It's fun.
Okay. Don't be lying, because this Fessup. Don't be lying.
You know my brother sometimes, but
as all big brothers do.
But our relationship is good. Like we always joking around. Sometimes I'm trying to bother him and be in the mood.
Sometimes.
all the time.
You ain't have to blow
Vice,
him up like
vice
that.
versa. Like sometimes I don't be wanting to be played, and he just want to bother me. It's brotherly love, so
Absolutely.
Dope. We gonna get into this last time. You said you made this for your best friend.
like shout out to my best friend and like stuff. He be telling me I ain't gonna put it out there. Like I'm really going through it, so like I had to make a song about it.
So shout outs to the best friend. We gonna drop that last time. Drop that last time. Let's see what's not working.
For the last time, you crazy. Say that you hate me, you gon' be baby. Oh, for the last time, I know you let me down. You let me down. For the last time, so you crazy. Say that you hate me, you gon' be baby. Oh, for the last time, I know you let me down. You let me down. Apologies, I can't take it. And it hurts, and I say I can fake it. Hoping it could work, but don't think it can make it. Trying to put myself hurt, but it's been hard to say shit. You know I love you, I could bond with you. Try to run the world, glow, do it wrong with you. Fuck the bitches, ain't got nothing when it comes to you. You just think of money something instead of saying it's nothing. Yeah. Girl, come rest my body. You got me going crazy. Crazy, like damn, girl. What happened to the same romance, girl? Thinking about you all day, I can't stand, girl. Do my damn work. The thought of us apart just don't sit well. The last time, you gon' be crazy. Say that you hate me, you gon' be baby. Oh, for the last time, I know you let me down. You let me down. For the last time, you crazy. Say that you hate me, you gon' be baby. Oh, for the last time, I know you let me down. You let me down. For the last time, ain't no last time. Trying to make this work so it can feel like the past time. Oh, it's not the right time. I'm tired of being let down. We get confused about what's right and the lose. Steady fighting each other, so it's my hard just to pick and choose. We had a goal, we got too much to lose. Manipulation, toxication, I don't know what to do on a bad day. Be my lady, it's funny cause I can miss you lately. I don't know what you drive me crazy.
You're really talented, bro. You're really talented, bro.
We gotta get it together. I don't want no problems ever. However, we could do better. Yeah, last time, something crazy. Say that you hate me, you gon' be hate me. For the last time, I know you let me down. You let me down. For the last time, something crazy. Say that you hate me, you gon' be hate me. For the last time, I know you let me down. You let me down.
Walk us a little bit through this song. What was the last time they let you down? What was this song about?
I was reflecting on like my best friend, like problems and like consider to like I was saying like when I got heartbroken, so like I compared those two together, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just like talk about like I just want to basically story tell like
Okay.
like other situations what's going on. I don't want to just be about like me.
Right. So tell us a little bit about that, because you're young, and to walk us through that experience of you getting heartbroken, because you know at a young age, you know a lot of guys don't even talk like that they was heartbroken because they not even faithful at this age. So to be like they heartbroken. Yeah, so it's like, talk me a little bit about that. Like how did you get through that? Like, especially at a young age, you know, you experiencing heartbreak, and then like, yeah, tap me in.
Man, I was kind of like depressed for like a good little while. I didn't want to come out my room sometimes, but then like I had to figure out how to talk to somebody because this was my first like actual relationship and my heartbreak. So like I didn't know what to do. So.
Okay.
So I had to like I go to my dad for everything, so I talk to him about what should I do, like how do I get over like stuff like this, and he told me you just gotta like keep your mind right, like keep your mind over like stuff like this. There's a lot of like there's more stuff out there in the world, so you can't be dependent on that one thing that happened to you. So you just gotta stay focused and can't let that ruin your life. So everything you get a lot of shots, a lot of chances in life. So
Right.
so I thought about that, and then I'm like, you know what? So and that's when I was already rapping already too. So then I just put that, let me just start like talking about like what's going on with my situation.
Okay. So what is your new situation? Have you found love again? Have you found love again? Are you looking for love? Has it?
Not really. I'm just trying to focus on myself right now. Get this music thing going.
Okay.
I ain't found no love right now. I'm too young for that.
You're never too young to love, but I get what you're saying, because I tell my sons that now, even like my oldest son, and I tell him like, you getting older, you gotta start looking for that ride or die, because I need to make sure Shorty official.
Yeah.
You feel me? God willing, he take me today or tomorrow. I need to know that the girl that's gonna be in my son's lives, that they're gonna hold it down like I would hold it down. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of girls these days, they don't know how to hold it down. They looking for something out the relationship before they even get into it.
Right?
So it's like it's crazy. So like
you gotta be like mindful of who you pick.
Yeah, because especially girls these days, it's crazy because some of them not even with you to be with you. They working for the ops.
Yeah.
They setting you up. Like, trust me, I got 4 boys, so I know, and a whole village of kids that I help raise. So I know. Trust me, I know the vibes. I be so mad because I be my second son. I be like, yo, let's go. He be like, Mom, I can't go over there. And I'm like, bro, what? Bro, I ain't scared, whatever. Niggas come, we outside. Like, he like, Mom, I am not outside fighting with you. Like, we not doing this. He said, and I'm like, all right. Because I don't care where we at. We squaring up when they come to mom. You feel me? I don't care where we at. So definitely. So like you said, you have songs on platforms right now. Like, so if I throw on a beat right now, you gonna hold me down?
Like freestyle?
Yeah, something I ain't here. Something I ain't here today. It can be written. I don't even care. I just want to hear you spit live.
No, I'm not gonna good at spitting.
But your music.
Yeah, give me something you written already. Even if you gotta.
I ain't writing nothing in a little while, so.
You just wrote something.
No, I didn't. Since you got my thing, I don't be writing.
All right, do something you got in your
Oh,
phone.
it's old.
So what?
I want to say something new.
All right, but just say something that
You know what, bro? Next time you're learning this. This is what. One thing that you definitely have to do: always keep a 16 in the clip. Even if we don't have, we got an instrumental, we don't be like, all right, nah, forget the instrumental.
Definitely.
Be like, yo, forget the instrumental, bro. DJ, don't drop the instrumental. Let me spit this right now and spit a hot 16 that you have in the clip. Just things that you gotta have when you
definitely
any radio station,
especially independently moving forward. Everything about you has to be branded. Everything. So if you coming up, like, and I tell my son that too, like, it's mad kids trying to do exactly what you doing. So the minute somebody comes into play with you and they ask you to do something, and in their mind, it might not even be you, but in their mind, as minute you start, they're gonna feel you're not serious and they're not gonna want to fuck with you. I'm telling you, bro. And my manager could tell you because he deals with this industry all day, every day. So like he said, you gotta be ready to go. Because you never know who you going to be in front of or where you going to be at, and somebody be like, spit something. Right. If you in front of Jay-Z and he like, you ain't going to tell him, y'all, that's all, I ain't writing nothing in a minute. You going to think of the hottest shit to spit for him at that point in time. You feel me? So you always, especially independently, and you moving independently, you have to be on go mode at all times. And I tell my son that too. You have to be, because you can bump into celebrities now are everywhere. It's crazy where you can bump into a celebrity at. You feel me? Or you're somewhere just spitting your something and somebody hear you like, let me hear that. And you like, nah, it's not finished. They don't want to hear that. They want you to be like, all right, hold on. And then they want you to go off.
That's true. And like Peachez was saying, it's a lot of people doing this. I was just at a show last night and it was 20 artists performing. I made it through like the first 6. You know what I mean? And only because they was performing like 5 songs each. That's why I actually like, yo, what's the song that you banking on? And you got like 3 bangers right now. So,
right, and we didn't even play all of them.
Yeah,
right?
So,
and the first 3 we heard, I can hear on the radio right now.
Yes.
Like right now, I can hear that on the radio. I can hear that being streamed. I can hear somebody bumping that in the summer.
You on the radio? It was on the radio.
Yeah. Well, we got it on the radio. Good shit. That was cute, Mike. That was cute. Mike. That was cute. But you feel me? So yeah, like you gotta be on go mode. Like you feel me? I even told your mom I help you because my son doing it. So whatever jewels I could drop to help you get on, each one teach one. One hand watch the other 2 hands watch the face. You feel me? So definitely, I want you to instill that because next time I see you, I'm gonna put you on the spot and I'm gonna tell you spit something, and I don't want to hear. I want you to go off. So you feel me? Because he's all, like I said, especially in what he does. He's in the music field crazy. They're always doing stuff for unsigned artists, and it's dope because I love how he does his shows. Because like I was explaining to your mom, it's not a bunch of people in the crowd you don't know. So how you get they pay you for the show is you sell your tickets and you get money off the tickets you sell to just tell people to pull up and support. So that way you got your own people in the crowd to make you feel more comfortable. You're not just in a crowd with a bunch of people because y'all young men these days, everybody thinks differently. You feel me? One person might be like, oh, these niggas in here hating on me. You feel me? And they don't even be that. They just be right. Yeah, so by you having your fan base in the crowd, which will be able to help you, you feel me? Give you that support and give you that drive to push, you feel me? To do something even bigger than what you're doing because, like I said, you never know who's at these shows, especially his shows. You never know who's at these shows that pull up, looking to sign people, looking to work with people, and that's how you network. Because closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not on the scene, nobody can know how they can help you get to the next level. Right. Because you keeping your stuff secluded. And I used to tell my son that. I don't care what it is. Nothing is secluded when you in music. Anything can drop at any moment that can take your life to the next level. So nothing is, oh, nah. A few couple of bars and people be like, all right, cool. Nah, bro. I got somebody that can jump on that with you. Before you know it, that's how features happen. You feel me? So you gotta stay locked in because you're just for me sitting here, you're doping. I don't even, like I told you, I don't listen to these young. The only people that's young that I listen to is my son. I kid you not. If I gotta run to or while I'm at my job and I'm driving my trucks, I got my son playing all day long. That's the only little nigga I'm listening to. Real nigga shit. He's the only little nigga I'm listening to. Everybody else, I'm old school. Yeah, this one of my sons right here. Yeah. When you finish, play nobody after this. It's a feature with another, his friend he did.
And I saw you walking past, so I had to get to know ya. So I approached her, came a little closer. Said my name probably was you on the road. But I get it, pin it up, beat it down like a soldier. And I really love it, cause she kinda keen with it. She kinda mean with it, got me like a fiend with it. Got me making love, put it all in my spleen with it. Young fly nigga, and I got she bad, she ain't want nothing. She just worried about the bad. She like, baby, where you at? Baby, where you at? I said, baby, in the school. Tryna cook up all these shots. She said, call me when you done, no. Yeah, and we making love to this tumble. And I beat it up like a mumble. I'm from the trenches, from the jungle. And I saw you walking past, so I had to get to know you. Next time I know you, can be a little closer. Slim day bodies, booty on the control. When I get it, I beat it up like a soldier. And I really like her cause she called me little key. Cause she called me when they got my little feet. When they want me to go.
Let's go, Kelly. Sound just alike. He likes the flow. He likes taking from.
That's when you come all up, I ain't no fake things. Who I can trust, you got me chasing. Chasing for my love, you got me waiting, Look at what she whine, yeah, she thinks she tiny, put it in her spine, can't keep her eyes on me, but she got that shit on. I can really do the cuff and let her run. Body dripping with it like a child. She treating me like I'm a dumbass, like I'm a bitch, cause I know these niggas hate. I'm just trying to feed the gang, but they still live my plate. I just like I know my plate, I'm still safe. I'm trying to come up, but she look like she fake. And I saw you walking past, so I had to get to know her. So I approached her, came a little closer. See the day bodies, booty on the control. When I get it, I beat it up like a soldier. And I really like her cause she called me little key. She called me when they got me like a fiend. When they want me to get low, they want to go and spleen. When they know I got the key. When they I get to know y'all. Jamaica. Yes, Jamaica. Came a little closer, yeah. Can I get to know y'all, Jamaica. Scouts,
Drop nobody real fast.
I'm sorry. I got nobody. I got the video.
Oh, you all forgot you got. Drop the video. We gonna go to a commercial real fast. Drop the video real fast. He can watch the video while he's sitting there.
I like that song.
Yeah, that's my son and his friend, Tata. Shout outs to Tata, Scales HQ Boys. Y'all already know the vibes. Drop the vids real fast. Yeah, so definitely, and you gotta send me some vids because when I do my commercials, I can have your vids in rotation. You feel me? All my unsigned artists, every time I do commercials, I don't play no unsigned artists on my platform. Everybody I play is unsigned, independent. You feel me? We gotta help support each other and help get y'all music out there. So I don't play nobody that's already on the radio. I only play people that's outside already that y'all grinding and y'all need the platform to get y'all out there and do what y'all, you feel me, need to do and stuff. Question, Toya, while you looking for that, is there a clothing line for our Warrior Foundation? Is it coming? Well, think about it. I think that'd be dope. A little Savion's own clothing line.
No, it's not. We don't have it's not a clothing line, but we do have a logo.
Like merchandise.
Yes, it's E for S.
Okay, yeah.
Savion, we have that.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Think of that real fast and see if we can make that happen. Cause that'd be dope. People could buy it when they at the carnival. Right. The shirts, water bottles, keychains, rags, whatever they can purchase to help keep spreading the word.
Right.
We gotta get it out there. Let them keep buying it. Let them spread, whether it be a shirt, dad hat, whatever it be, all the merch. Because you never know where people are at. And they like, oh, what's that?
Right. And
they could just be somewhere, and they just got it with them. And it's like, you know what? No, this is actually such and such and such and such. You feel me? So I definitely think we got to make that happen for this year. If you think even stickers, try to get some stickers, our Warrior stickers, bumper car stickers. People can put on the backs of their car. You
Right.
feel me? Things like that to help make it more visual for people.
Right.
Because the more people going to see it, the more they're going to wonder what this foundation is and what is this foundation doing and what is this about? Because everywhere we go, we see the logo.
Right.
So, you know, I got connected with that, so I'll definitely help you with that and my manager also has connects because one of his family members owns a print shop.
Okay.
So that definitely can happen. You still looking for the vid?
Yeah, it's not the same computer. Okay.
Oh, you changed computers today. Okay. I forgot it's over here, but definitely Savion. I mean, Savion is definitely seemed like he was definitely a dope child. And the fact that me reading all of this and him going through all that, and you said he never complained one time.
No.
Like, I can't even imagine that because us as adults complain when we got a little something wrong with us. So I can only imagine going through those countless surgeries and those countless transfusions and just being there and not being able to be himself. I can only imagine what he was going through mentally. And like God, like Jesus, he didn't complain. Like
Nothing. Even when the tumor, at one point, the medicine, the chemo was working, it was shrinking the tumor down. But it was putting the certain chemo they was using, it was putting more damage on the brain. It was shrinking, but it was putting more damage on the brain to the point that he stopped speaking. He had just look at us, and we got to try to figure out what's going on. Like, for instance, we had the monitors and stuff in the house, in his room, and we had it set at a certain time. His heart rate was always high. So the doctors made it like 180. If he go past 180, we know something's wrong. Because we had it set at like 168, 165. That was normal for him. And the doctor's like, why is that normal? That's just how he was. So when he stopped speaking, it's either when his heart rate go up, it's either he was cold, he had a bowel movement, or he wanted to be turned. So we had to check and do other two things to see would the heart rate come back down, and it did.
Are you still in touch with his doctors up to this day?
Shout out to Crystal, my boss again.
Crystal, I've been looking for his doctor for over 10 years. We came to Morgan Stanley Children's Hospital as a new patient. He came in as a new doctor in that hospital. I done had his old address, mailed out Christmas cards. The card never came back, no response, no nothing. So I said, Crystal, I need you to do me a favor. Google this doctor and see if you can find him. I didn't ask, me, my husband, we all didn't Google this man and we got all kind of stuff, couldn't find him. Finally, Crystal sent me the number. I called the number. It's a Vino doctor's office in, I forget where it was at, in Massachusetts, I think it is. The lady answered. I missed her call. I called her back. I said, she asked who I was. I told her I was. She said, how can I help you? I said, no, this is personal. I need to find Dr. Michael Needles. She said, he no longer works here. He retired. I said, oh my God, I gotta find this. I just want to say hi, just say thank you. Just to see is he okay after all this COVID going on. I wanted to know, was he still here? She was like, well, you have a number? Maybe I could call and I could figure out something. But her saying that, I know she had his number. She just couldn't, she didn't want to give it out.
Right.
That was around, I want to say 12:30 that afternoon. This was last week, Thursday. By the time I got home and pulled up on my block, I looked on my phone, Michael News came across my phone. My eyes watered up so bad. I'm like, Dr. Needles, oh my God. He said, is everything okay? I said, you know who you talking to? He said, yes, this is Savion's mother. He knew exactly who I was. He said, should I be worried? I said, no, you don't gotta be worried at all. I just want to make sure you're okay. Like, I haven't spoken to you since my son passed. But this doctor meant so much to me and my husband. Doctors lose patients every day, all the time. This man came to my son's funeral. He stayed in contact with us the whole time my son was in and out the hospital. I called him, beep him. He called back less than 2 minutes. Called right back. But we just spoke to him. It's almost 12 years, and we just now speaking to him.
Wow.
It'll be 12 years June 5th, and he just called us last week Thursday.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's real crazy. And I looked at my husband. I'm giving him the phone. He's like, "Who you putting on the phone?" I was like, "Look at the name." He was like, Dr. Needles, oh my God. Like, it was just like a big,
Ooh. Wow.
and he found out he retired. He came back. He retired and came back. He said he was bored. He was bored at home, so he came back to work.
Wow, that is a dope story. So being that went through, because I can only imagine like how much more attentive you are with your other two kids. So like how did it affect like how much more? Because I know as a mom you pay attention, but now that this happened, like how much more did it affect like how extra you pay attention to your
Well,
kids?
after Savion passed, Samir, we got him checked like every 6 months for the next 2 years.
Wow.
For 2012 and 2013, he just got MRIs just to go get it. And the doctor was like, oh, we want to do a CAT. I said, excuse me, he just lost his brother 2 years ago. We're not doing that. I need him to get an MRI to make sure there's no tumors growing on his brain.
Right.
But then after a while, he was fine. It was nothing was wrong with him. I just wanted to make sure because
Right.
twin brother. But my other son, he'll never get sick. He's always fine. He gets sick once a year, just like my husband. Like literally once a year.
Wow. So like, Sai, like now that you have headaches, do they scare you?
Now, no, because I know I ain't eat.
That's a smart answer. That was a real dope answer. Yes, I definitely can dig it. But before you got the acknowledgement, like did headaches used to scare you? Wow.
Like once he passed, I'm like I did like my mother said earlier, I used to get a headache, but I wouldn't never tell him. I just go to my room and go to bed.
He won't tell me nothing.
Mm.
Nothing. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. He wouldn't tell me anything. I had to ask him, do you got a headache? He was like,
Nope.
He did say no, he won't tell me.
Mm.
Because he didn't want me to worry.
Mm. Great son, man, great son. So like now that you're, how old? You said you're 23. So as a 23-year-old right now, what are you doing with yourself? Like, what are the next steps for Sa?
I don't know. My next step is just whatever God got planned for me.
I know that's right. You better talk.
Whatever He got planned for me, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to put me in the right position. In the right position, I'm gonna just go along with it.
I know that's right. I'm telling you, I came to your church for a reason. I don't know what. Shout out to my sis Crystal. That's the best gift she could have ever gave me in life. Was bring me to this church. You know, like if y'all know Crystal, like for real, shout out to my sis Crystal Harris for real. Like amazing and phenomenal woman. Like amazing and phenomenal woman. And I'm telling you, like she made me look at stuff from a total different perspective. She brought me to church and she kept asking me too. Crystal was asking me for a month before I came to your church. She kept asking me, sis, every time I ask you to come, and I'd be like, in my mind, I'm like, girl, I'm not getting up for nobody church at no 9 o'clock in the morning. You got me. You bugging out. Especially we outside Saturday night. You bugging out. But I don't know. Like, after a while, after I came back, I had took my son to Cancun for his 21st birthday. And when I came back, it just was on my mind. Like, it just was on my heart to go. And I'm like, why I keep wanting to know about Crystal Church? So I was like, Crystal, come on. And every week I would hear her, sis, don't forget me this Sunday. Don't forget me this Sunday. Don't forget me this Sunday. And I'm like, and one Saturday, she was like, this Sunday. I was like, okay. She called me on God. I was like, okay, we out. All right. So, and then since I've been there, it's been amazing. It's really been an amazing experience. Really, like, how did y'all even meet Crystal?
When I got this job.
Shout out to Crystal and NYPD. She's definitely doing her thing over there. Supervisor Harris. All right.
They really gave me that power where I'm like, yeah, we're gonna be back cool. Since then, we've been cool with her. And she met my mother. And I hate her.
That's the daughter she never had.
Daughter she never had.
That's a fact, and that's what's up.
So what she called? Ma. Ma.
That's definitely. Did you find it yet? Or we still okay? So yeah, drop it real fast. We're gonna go into that, and then we gonna wrap it up. But it definitely was an honor talking to y'all guys today. While he brings up the video, I definitely very informative. It's a lot of things I didn't even know, like dealing with situations like this, and like I said, as a mom, I don't even know. My son, like I was telling, my son was in the hospital for 2 months one time because he used to suck his fingers so bad. These two right here, he sucked all the skin off of it. And it gave him an infection. And I was so scared. But yeah, you ready? We lit? Alright, drop the vid. This is Scales Nobody, guys. Is it playing?
You don't need nobody. 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 She ain't nobody cause I always there. I've been looking for love, but I don't know where. With somebody you know I don't share. Was around when nobody cares. Ain't nobody like me cause I'm real. Body nice when she shit like a pill. Let me know if you trying to stay with me before you disappear. And these streets gotta keep that thing on me. Just in case you're not clear. Boy, you're thinking, though, he keep on staring. We still at shots, that's the noise I keep on hearing. Whenever you need me, just I'm all parent. Nigga never a 60, this is a fair shit. If I talk to the chop, I ain't hearing it. When I'm working, yeah. She ain't with me, that's still my battle. Pretty well like I see her Barbados. Play with me while you think I'm Play-Doh. Track so why she wanna be late. Be shiny, I can replay. Ain't gon' stop till they hit my name. Miss my grip, I put her on the chain. With the money, I go with the fame. No, I'm Bobby, she wanna my name. Should've asked her a lot, ain't. Teach me a lesson, told her give me brain. Feel like Drake, the things the same. Know some people, I feel so ashamed. I keep up. I keep up. And that's for the all of us. Can't fuck with us if we not just one of us. Stop it, go. H2, that's after they fuck. After they
Do you want to get away when things get spicy at home? Then Canada invites you to go on Maple Leaf.
Maple Leaf.
A breath of fresh air in a world full of stress.
How sweet is that?
Almost too sweet.
You could come de-stress in Canada.
See this, eat this.
Try one of these.
Warrior Foundation is on Instagram, Our Warrior 2012.
So make sure y'all go check that out. If y'all don't remember, I have both of them tagged on my page. Go support, go downstream, download and stream Side music. Trust me, I'm gonna have Side outside this year. I promise y'all. Believe me, I'm gonna have him outside this year. Y'all gonna be like, oh, I remember him. We know too many people that come through here for you not to be great. You feel me? And you know my sister, I know your mom is definitely it's up and stuck from here. You feel me? So definitely gonna get you out. Like I told y'all guys, anything y'all can do to help the All Warrior Foundation is much appreciated. I'm definitely sure Toya will appreciate it. So make sure, man, y'all come out for the walk. Come out. I will be posting the flyers on my Fessup page on Instagram. So if y'all want any further details, they will be on my Instagram page. So make sure y'all pull up. Definitely thank you to all my guys that were online today, streaming in, watching it. Miss Denise, I'm coming to talk to you.
I also want to say I don't have Our Warrior Foundation here, but I am starting a T-shirt line. It's called Charles in Charge.
Okay.
It has different sayings on the T-shirt.
That was a show. That was my show from back in the day.
Oh wait, it's Charles in Charge and Fessup.
Okay, yeah. That was, remember the show? Charles of Harvey. Yeah, that was my show.
And also, you gotta shout out to Denise.
Yes.
She's having a pop-up shop this Saturday.
Make sure y'all go support
For Women United.
For Women United, guys.
1448 Myrtle Avenue.
1448 Myrtle Avenue. So make sure y'all come, pop-up shop, support our Black women, support our Black men, support our Black youth, support our Black young adults, man. Because like I said, we gotta help one another get to the top, man. Because if we don't help each other, we just all gonna be stagnant. So like I tell y'all, make sure y'all go stream that. Is it too late to drop one more from Side?
No, we got it. We got all his music.
Yeah, let's drop one more from Side and take us out. I'll let him see that still on another note, but definitely drop one from Side. Let's take us out on that note. And definitely make sure y'all go stream on his music out on all platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Make sure y'all support the young brother. He's trying to do something positive there. Something that a lot of Black men ain't trying to do these days. So, feel me, he's working, he's not in no game, he's chilling, he's vibing, he's trying to make a better living and a better stuff for him and his family. So y'all support that, man. Anything positive support. Like I said, thank you guys for coming, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you stay prayed up. I say this all the time. You put God first and everything else second, everything will fall into place, y'all. I'm telling y'all. God first and everything else second, yo. And everything will fall into place. I pray that you guys have a blessed, amazing week. Stay tuned for further details. This month's supposed to be like mud. Never know who's gonna stop into the studio. We got a lot of amazing guests coming. We're definitely gonna get Side back in the building when he's releasing some videos and stuff, getting back with some promo. So make sure that we're gonna be Fessup is definitely gonna be in the building to cover media for our Warrior Foundation. So Fessup will be there with the cameras, with the thing. We'll be streaming live, letting y'all see what the foundation is doing. So make sure y'all tune into that because we'll be on deck, streaming live from the event. So make sure y'all there support. Yeah, like I said, have a blessed week, guys. Make sure y'all stay tuned, stay prayed up too, because there's a lot of weirdos out here, y'all. Stay prayed up, stay in tune. And like I said, I tell people, do it to others if you will have them do it to you, man. Y'all have a safe week. Let's take it out, man. That was fun. You went with your rockin'. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be over there. Make sure we gotta drop that sound before we get out of here. You're really dope though, Si. I told you, I don't even mess with the young people music, but I definitely can walk through. When I'm in my truck, you'll keep next time.
Thank you.
You were my son, because I don't. Let's go. What's this, Si?
It's some TikTok trends now.
Like you said, Si, the building, Corey Johnson, the building, I'll give you a foundation in the building. SIP safety on it. We love you. Make sure y'all tap in your flip. That's right.